So as the season has been over for a couple of weeks now, this video is a tiny bit overdue. And I did the same thing last year, so I thought, bugger it, let's make this an annual thing. The wraps and liveries of the Supercars Championship is an important staple of the series. It shows off the sponsors, the people paying the money, etc. And you look at those advertisements and think, man, that looks cool. I'm going to go buy from that specific person. But there's no point in doing all that and making the car look absolutely terrible. You want to jazz it up a bit. Make the wrap, the livery, look good. So this video is going to detail my opinions on the 10 best liveries of the 2025 Supercars season. A few things of note, just remember this is my opinion, that's your warning if you are a denizen of the internet that hates what people think personally. Also, quick rule, I am not going to include Indigenous liveries. Not that I think any of those liveries are bad, they're actually quite good. It's just, I might do a specific video on those liveries, and I always have this rule when I'm thinking of this sort of video: no retro liveries. So Thomas Randall's Castrol livery, that's the only proper retro livery that was done, so I am not going to count that one. Also, tiny sponsorship changes, not going to count that as well. So before we get into the top 10, I'm going to just round off a few honourable mentions. The Premier white livery that they ran from the bend onwards. Yes, it is sort of a throwback, but it's more of like a tribute livery. There will be a tribute livery in the top 10 list, spoiler alert. This one is a tribute livery to the Holden Racing Team days, and I think it looks good. The Cool Drive car always looked good. It's just this one had a different pilot in it for most of the season, Aaron Cameron. That blue just usually just pops out whether or not it's on a supercar or a couple of years ago on an Aussie racing car. The orange of the Mr. Umani livery that Bryce Forward ran in a few rounds during the year looked pretty good. Speaking of Bryce Forward, his middies one is always good. That paint just stands out massively. And the last honourable mention, gonna go with the Cameron Hill Superglass livery. Looks like that sponsorship should be moving to Brad Jones Racing as well. So we'll be seeing more of this car in a different style. So anyway, let's start off with the list. 10th on the list is a 888 livery. Now this was the last year 888 ran GM, and I'm going to put their season livery on this list. The last couple of years now, I have actually liked their season livery. Ever since they ran the ZP, I just didn't vibe with it. It had too much white on it, I think, but the solid purplish blue, I'm colourblind, the solidish colour that they've got on it just makes it better, and it looks even better than it does with less white and also less red. It'll be interesting to see what they do when they move to Ford next year. Number 9 is Dick Johnson Racing's season livery. They decided to change it up a bit for the first time since 2016 and have a different Shell V-Power livery. And in fact, they actually had 3. They had Jet Courier's livery, yes, same livery, just different colours and sponsors. They had OTR on the bonnet at Adelaide and the Bend winning livery by the way, and they also had this regular base livery. I think this one looks the best. It's good that they changed it because sometimes you can change a modern classic livery at this point and it could have been, well, shit. But what they've done with the livery, slightly more white on it, does look good. Number 8, I'm going to be talking about a Team 18 livery. They had some very good liveries this season, and 8th on this list is the David Reynolds Tradie Energy yellow car. Now this car ran from rounds 1 to 4, and it really had such a good gradient coming from the silver to the yellow. It really made it so seamlessly, and I don't think they could have done it any better, honestly. Number 7, I may not have been able to put the retro livery, but the Castrol season livery, well, that looks pretty good. It's hard to go wrong with a good Castrol car. I mean, name me a shit Castrol livery in the Supercars Championship. It's hard to do that. The colours just match up well. The new logo that they have been running for a couple of seasons doesn't look too bad. And above all else, I mean, it just stands out. It's a bright green and white Ford Mustang. Number 6 on the list is going to be a Cooper Murray livery. Now, Cooper Murray had a rolling sponsorship program over the year, and I think my favourite one, the Snap-on Tools one, was good, but I do like the Chico one, specifically the one at Bathurst where they celebrated the win last year by just adding a few bits of gold here and there to the existing Chico livery. It looks really good. The colours, they just work really well together. The hint of gold just makes it pop even more, and it does help that the livery almost won the race. Number 5 is another Team 18 livery. I'm going to go with, well, the 18, the DeWalt car. The Cub Cadet car was good this year, but I did like how the DeWalt car had just a tinge more black on it. Black and yellow is such a good colour combination. I think I rated the DeWalt car quite highly on my list last year, and it's good for them to keep it going through this year. It'll be interesting to see what DeWalt does next year, because they are staying on with Anton De Pasquale. Keeping the Team 18 train going, this shows how good their liveries were this year. The Tradie Energy, the pink one, the one that was run from rounds 5 to 8. This one, just the colour combination just works a bit better than the yellow one. That's why they're weighted differently. The silver gradient does just look so good. It's hard to see how they could have gone better with this livery. Number 3 is the tribute livery that I was talking about, because honestly it doesn't look as accurate as it probably could have been, but it still looks really good. The James Courtney Adelaide livery. This one is tributing his career basically, but specifically the 2010 championship car. You can see by the design it sort of looks like it, but it doesn't really. But that doesn't mean it's a bad livery. In fact, it's a very good livery. I wouldn't be complaining if this was their livery normally. This one definitely reminds me of when Todd Kelly retired and they secretly, on the last day in 2017, threw it back to the 2001 Kmart car. The runner-up spot on the list, and I'm pretty sure it was number 1 last year, was the Walkinshaw season livery. They didn't really tweak it that much from the end of last year to the start of this year, and that is probably for the best. Black looks just so good on these cars with the colour combinations that they use, bright orange and like a teal turquoise colour, again colourblind, but it looks, the colour combinations that they used, it looks extremely good. It'll be interesting to see how if they translate this to the Toyota, because the Toyotas or the Toyota factory colours are predominantly have been black the last couple of years. So it'll be cool to see how they basically convert a very good Mustang livery to a Toyota. But and it's hard to, even though they are different colours, they are the same livery, so it's hard to split the two up. I'm going to say that Ryan Wood is slightly better than Chaz Mostert. And number 1 on the list of my opinion for the best liveries. Again, it's another Team 18 one. Yes, this list is quite saturated with Team 18 ones, but like I said, their livery designers have been hitting it out of the park. And they did a special livery for Bathurst. They promoted the G'day Grape flavour of Tradie Energy, and they changed to purple. Now, purple race cars are amazing. It's one of my favourite colours to put on a race car. Purple and silver, even better, and what they did with the car looks beautiful. I'm not even a Chevrolet supporter. Well, I try to be very neutral on this channel, but I've been predominantly a Ford supporter. But this is probably one of the best Gen 3 cars that they've done in the last 3 years of the series. But what are your opinions on some of the liveries? What's your top 10? Leave it in the comments down below, and while you're down in that sort of area, give a like and a subscribe. The support is always very much appreciated. I'm trying to get this channel to 150 subscribers before the end of the year. Fingers crossed we can do it. And before you head off, check out one of these videos. That video is talking about how I would fix the Supercars final series, and that video is the recap of Adelaide. And I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be.